What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I sort through the politics and jump and dive throughout the relationships so you don't drown too. As always, I'm just a man just trying to bring common sense in a world with common sense isn't so common. Let's get it.
We're married. We have three children. And there's a house fire. Either save the three children in the
Damn, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If you married to that and y'all got three children and she still look like that and she hasn't given, damn, you doing good. All right, let's keep going.
We're married. We have three children. And there's a house fire. Either save the three children in the basement or you can save me in the bedroom. Who are you saving?
I'm gonna save.
Why did you put the kids in the basement and her in the bedroom? Why would you? What? Oh, okay. Realistically, you would save your kids. You would save your fucking kids. I've seen somebody come with this argument that when you're married to somebody, you're supposed to save the person that you're married to because you can go have more kids. And it's like, bro, what? You save your fucking kids. What? So you what? What? All right. Let me know in the comments what you would do. Ladies, if you and your husband were somewhere and y'all was in two different spots, basically the train deal, right? Your husband's on one side and he's in a train. I mean, but to throw you a bone, so it's only one kid and it's you and your husband. Who are you saving? Are you saving your husband? Are you saving the kid? Fellas, are you saving your wife? Or are you saving your kids? Or multiple if you want to play it that way. Who are you saving? Me, I will always lean on the side of saving the fucking children. I would like to save both, but if it was a split decision, I don't got a fucking choice. I'm saving the fucking kids. And anybody who has the opposite to that, I think you're fucking slow. But that's just me.
Who are you saving?
And most of the human race that has common sense.
Me in the bedroom. Who are you saving?
I'm gonna save my kids.
You're gonna save the kids and not your wife?
My wife has already lived, let's say, 40 years, right?
I'm not 40.
Whatever.
Hold on. Nah, dog. This shit is actually slow. This shit is slow. So she can make up a whole hypothetical in her head. But the idea of her being 40 after having three kids is a problem. That the idea of her being 40 disgusts her. Realistically, that's an age that she's gonna get to. Nature will find a way to balance things. This is a beautiful white woman, but I can already tell she's slow. Oh gosh.
Whatever the age is. Life has already lived, let's say, 40 years, right?
I'm not 40.
Whatever the age is, whatever the age that we decided on.
Okay, but I'll have some counterpoints for you.
Okay, counterpoints.
You can't have sex with your kids, but you can have sex with your wife.
But
how did we get here? What do you mean you can't have sex with your kids? Why would anybody be wanting to have sex with? How did we get here? You know, I was playing a game today, and somebody made an amazing shot against an eldritch monster, and everybody was like, "Fuck yeah!" He was like, "Somebody suck my dick," and we were like, "How did we get here? How did we get from you doing something good to you now asking for fellatio from other men?" I don't understand the disconnect, right? How did we get here? She made a hypothetical and then comes to you can't have her counterpoint was, but you can't fuck your kids. How the way that the mind works. That all right.
points.
You can't have sex with your kids, but you can have sex with your wife.
But sex isn't my motivating and driving factor in life. That's not the only thing that matters to me.
I was wondering who she was looking at because she was looking at somebody like as though she was cooking. And now I see. It's whores. It's other whores. I think I get it now. This is one of them stupid ass shows where you got a bunch of bimbos or airheads. Again, they can be very attractive. However, head empty. But that what they run on, their low powered CPUs, what they're running on is that modern boss chick woman ideology, but just hoard up. I already get it. I get it. Now I understand where we're at. I get it now.
Bars.
Driving factor in life. That's not the only thing that matters to me.
Bars.
What if I'm the president?
I don't care.
What the fuck?
He's never picking me. It's fine. Who would you save in a fire, me or your mother? He's saying his.
Bro, what are you talking about? Who would you save in a fire? Me, your mother? Specifically because you exist and we know how your brain works, it would always be my fucking mother. If you was a greater woman, then my mother would have understood why I picked my wife over her. In this case, she'd be like, baby, thank you, because that woman was retarded. Like, no. No, again, beautiful fucking woman right here. This is a beautiful white girl, and she's just as dumb as a bunch of them. Holy, holy. I always say it. Nature finds a way to balance everything, right? It was like we gave her decent looks. We're gonna make her a little slow. That's what happened. She said, "You can't have sex with your kids, though. What if I was the president?" Would you sacrifice me for your mama? Like, I'm saving my mom. Even if I had the chance to save you first, I'm still saving my mother over you because you was a mistake. It's actually funny because you can absolutely have a successful relationship, marry, have kids, and etc. with a girl who's not the most. You don't need to be the most intelligent person to have a successful relationship marriage. Plenty of people who are not the most intelligent people in the world have successful relationships, marriage, and all of that, right? Faithfulness, loyalty, all of that shit, that's the most important things, right? The thing is, back then, people who were not deep, like for example, if I had a girl who was super fucking smart, I'm not gonna try to override her when it comes down to things that she would be specialized in, right? I could only imagine dudes who, because I know plenty of dudes that will see a woman like this, and this is a gorgeous fucking woman, right? And I'm gonna keep saying it. This is a gorgeous, because I need to nail this home for you fucking guys. Just because she's good looking, you have a lot of guys that would lower the red flags, or when she hides it, they pretend that these red flags don't exist because she's attractive, and they'll put up with a lot of bullshit. I could only imagine what it would be like to be in a relationship with a chick who's not the brightest, and not the brightest because she's not academically intelligent. Because just because you're academically intelligent, you can be dumb as a box of fucking rocks. That's why a lot of these fucking, what is it? These kids are in college and they have social studies degrees and all this other shit, and they don't really know how to function in the real world. But I can only imagine what it would be like to be in a relationship with somebody who's dumber than a fucking box of rocks in the real world, and everything you do, they're combative with you because the world told them Metropolitan or whatever fucking Sex in the City or whatever it is, whatever reality TV show or whatever thing that they just finished reading online tells them that's the way you have to be to fight back against. I could only imagine. This chick is batshit insane.
Mom, I already know. Yeah. For picking me, it's fine. Who would you save in a fire, me or your mother? He's saying his mom, I already know.
Yeah, I'm saying my mother. Yeah.
I'm dead.
Was this like a question that they put forward for these ladies? To I don't understand her way of thinking. I don't think I ever will. I'm glad I'll never will. Anyway, John Doe says, you are actually supposed to prioritize your wife. When you get married, you and your wife are supposed to be one flesh. One of the ways you show this is by putting her above your children. You will have a more successful marriage by doing that, though you could save both. 35 comments to 9 likes. Now, I'm going to just sit here and say this. This is why I view religious zealots and liberals and magatards the same fucking way, right? At some point, their line of thinking, right? There's something drastically, like there's some type of right to dis era, right? And it's fucking drastic, right? Somewhere in their line of thinking, they went off the fucking handrails, right? Somewhere along their way of thinking, it's. And the saddest thing is, I know people who are like this. And I'm just going to sit here and say it right now. You're fucking retarded. You are fucking retarded. And now I'm always going to view it that way. In this, you're just fucking retarded. It doesn't mean that you can't do amazing things or you're dumb. You're just fucking retarded in this case. First of all, sir, You gotta be one of the stupidest people in the fucking world if my wife, or now my ex-wife, told me to save her or save my son. I'm saving my fucking son. Why would you or any parent sacrifice themselves to make sure their kid wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. What? I'm saving my fucking son. Why wouldn't you or any parent, so this is supposed to be wouldn't. Why wouldn't you or any parent sacrifice themselves to make sure their kid live? What are you talking about? And John Doe replies with, that's probably why she's your ex-wife. Oh, the zealot clapback. The funniest thing is listening to religious people who will sit there and be like, oh yeah, well, Nala Ray was sitting here talking about how she was giving me the best sex of my life and she's a very promiscuous woman and she just finished sucking 40 dicks. But all she needs is God. If she just repents, everything fixes itself, and then she ends up getting married to a fucking Christian kid. It's the funniest shit. Like, Christian people think that religion is this fucking unbreakable shield when women, modern women, have been using religion the same way regular women have been playing the game. Religious women have been using religion or God or whatever like that to basically oppress men in relationships. They find a way. If you think a girl being religious is going to save your marriage, if you think people who are highly favored by God or flavored, however they fucking say it, if you think that that's going to prevent and stop the what is the percentage of fucking divorce rates, and which ones are the ones that actually pursued by women, initiated by women? If you think that a woman being fearful of God is going to somehow insulate or fucking protect or shield you from her leaving you or cheating on you or divorcing you for any other reason besides they want to get their groove back, you are a fucking fool. And yet there are people who are really like this. She's an adult, and that means she should have the best chance for survival in a fire. Kids, on the other hand, usually don't know the basics, surviving, nor do they have the strength to break a window for ventilation or escape. John Doe copy and pastes. The hypothetical implies both are in danger. Obviously, if the wife is capable of saving herself, you should prioritize the children. So let me get this straight. What? So then what the... Anyway, the Bible does instruct us to sacrifice ourselves for our children, but it also instructs spouses to prioritize each other. It's backwards and it's contradictory. Again, I disagree, and I think it's beautiful. Yeah, and that's why you're Okay, this person's just retarded. You're taking the Bibles out of context. That verse speaks of relational order in a family, not trials, rules for emergencies. Yeah, you know what? That's absolutely true. It goes it goes God, you, your wife, your children. That's the levels to this shit, right? We are talking about a situation where someone is going to die. Someone has a high likelihood of dying. This is completely fucking different. It's not. It is basic biblical teaching. Catholics and Orthodox both teach this. I'm pretty sure most Protestants also teach this. No, I wouldn't want my wife to stay. We are called to sacrifice ourselves for our families. Men are called to act as Christ. Men are called to act as Christ would and lead sacrifice. And if your wife tells you to save your kids, willing to sacrifice herself, would you still drag her out of the fire? I don't know. That's a hard decision to make. Shaking my head. Yeah, again, this is a religious zealot. This is the reason why. Also, have you ever been like, hold on, have you ever been in public transit and you ever see like a mentally ill person? There's different types of mentally ill people. If you ever been like in New York or I'm trying to think of other places that like this shit happens, where you go on the train and all of a sudden you got this person preaching religious scripture crazy, like, and they're just screaming it out. I don't want to hear that shit. Just like I don't want to hear some fucking idiot blasting music. I don't want to hear your fucking the music you listen to. Nobody wants to hear that shit. And it is a sign of mental fucking illness. It is. I don't care if you're preaching the word of fucking God. It's mental illness for you to do that. Suppose being the key word here. As parents, you are supposed to gotta protect your children. There's one wife and 3 kids. Yeah, I'm saving the kids, not the grown ass woman who should be able to get out on her own. Why can't she help save the kids? So you just copy and pasting? Fucking bot. Fuck that. Nothing should be more important than the kids you brought into this world. They didn't ask to be born. You have a moral obligation to prioritize them. If you can't, then don't have children. I disagree. God wife children. The Bible tells us that it should be in that order for a reason. You and your wife are commanded to sacrifice yourselves for your children, though. It's just that you are to prioritize your spouse first. Again, there are religious people that understand that they're not perfect, and they would read this type of scripture and be like, yeah, pop, shove it the other way. 50-50 indie that way. Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm saving the kids. I can fuck with you guys, but zealots, like, because the thing is, a zealot, the way that I look at it, like I said, somewhere along the path, their brain broke, right? Their brain fucking broke. They are no different than tribalistic people in the fucking jungle ready to fucking cannibalize you. They're no different. No different in my eyes. No different than multi-haired colored septic ring people. Somewhere their brain broke. That's why I say religious causes problems. This being one of them. Those two things contradict each other, but the Bible is always contradicting itself. I disagree. Even sexual societies have problems, arguably more problem. Christianity is a beautiful system. It can be used as a ritual. Christianity's cool. Christianity is the only reason why America exists and functions the way it does. But Christianity is a cuck-ass religion. Because listen, if the Crusades was still going down righteously, I probably would have been down with it. Now, hell no. Christianity is the only fucking thing where you can sit there and watch your country get completely over fucking written, and you'll sit there talking about some turn the other cheek as you're being no. If you're able to sit there and watch your kids die, you probably shouldn't have kids. Kids, babies, whatever, they cannot protect themselves. There's been way too many kids that have died in fires using your logic, and you want to sit there and talk about Christianity and whatnot. I never said I would let them die. You should try to say, shut the fuck up, yo. This guy, supposed to be one flesh. Marriage have a 50% divorce rate. And mind you, it's higher than that. And who are the ones initiating the divorce? Yeah. And here's the thing. I guarantee you, if you talk to most of those people who are married, most of those women will say that they believe in God. Yeah. Who's the one that initiates the most divorces? Yeah. That shit is not some fucking pocket to protect you. You may think it's a crutch or something to protect you. It's not. Listen, I've seen religion used way too many times to entrap men in relationships. A perfect example, one of my best friends a long time ago, he got this girl pregnant in the military. He was the last one to know that she was even pregnant. When he found out he was pregnant, the only reason he found out is because, essentially, I believe that she was forced to tell him, or some bullshit happened. Like, some bullshit happened that she told him. Again, he was the last person to know that she was pregnant with his child. During the time that she had his child or was pregnant with his child, I remember walking in and he's on Skype with her. Mad old, right? Remember Skype? Yeah, I bet that word fucking scared some of you guys. I'm listening to this conversation and she's talking about how she's sad. She's sad that there's some guy that she's trying to talk to and he doesn't have no interest in her. And he's sitting there talking about yeah, I know what that feels like. What type of cuckery? And mind you, the guy, right, didn't have his life together. Who fucking does before the age of 35 or whatever like this? But let's be real here. The guy wasn't a bad guy. Religious to a fucking T, right? And the thing is, he was the last one to know that that it was his kid, or she was pregnant by him. She was still seeking other dudes out. His older sister, actually, before I even walked in on that cuckery, his older sister stalked. This is one of the benefits of having a sister in your family. His older sister stalked the girl's page to see her trying to talk. Mind you, while she was pregnant with this dude's child, she was trying to get up under some other dudes. And here's the final thing on this. Every single time I brought it up to him, yo, the only thing that is important to you, because this man wanted to commit suicide because of this fucking woman, because of the way that he was being treated, right? He was contemplating suicide. I believe he told me he tried, right? Because life just was much religious, believed in God crazy, ready to kill himself. Here's the deal. This is how it ended. So he ended up finding a girl. It was a girl. I don't know if I told you this story before. There was a girl, and she had a kid herself. She had her own place. She understood his situation, that he wasn't shit, not that he was a bad person, just that life just, it was pretty grimy towards him, right? So he actually ended up getting injured in the military, and he was about to come into some money, but it was on the horizon. We didn't know how long this would take or whatever like this. So that girl, right, who already had her own, right, she accepted this dude, right? She treated him like a person. She loved being around him. She didn't play no games. They talked for like a couple of weeks, like to a month. They were fucking, right? So she wasn't holding back or, playing some stupid shit. Inviting him to her house. He played video games. She was like, hey, whatever, right? I'd rather you do that than be some fucking, you know what I'm saying? Taking him to court proceedings because apparently some bullshit was happening. So she trusted him to welcome him inside of her life and didn't hide nothing from him. And then we find out his veterans case was coming up to a close, or there was shit happening, it was progressing, right? The baby mother of his came through. She came through, and she fucked the guy that she was. The craziest shit, right? The religious dude who's supposed to be X, Y, and Z. She came through. She probably got a hint of that, and she seduced him or whatever like this. And mind you, he ends up having sex with her or whatever like this. And the girl the good girl, right, who was treating him like an actual fucking man and understood his situation and accepted him, she could sense that shit immediately. And this was something that I told him I would never forgive you for that shit. As his friend, I told you, you did that fucking girl wrong. Not only did you do that fucking girl wrong, but that woman's intuition is absolutely right because she sensed there's some bullshit going on. And the only reason why she doesn't think that you would do that is because the way that you are, she would think that you would be above that shit because you're religious and you're this good guy who just had a bunch of horrible things happen to you. You cheated on that fucking woman. And for what? A woman that treated you like shit? But it gets better. Me and him are no longer friends because I spoke badly about that woman. Because I told him multiple times when his family was sitting there seeing him depressed because of the way that this woman treated him. Damn, I'm on a tangent. Because of the way that woman treated him, right? She's the way that woman treated him. Mind you, he ain't have no money. We sent to McDonald's off of my dime, as it always was, which is ironic because I was actually fucking homeless. Isn't it crazy? A homeless person actually paying for your shit over and over and over and over. His family kept telling this man, gassing this man up, saying to him, it's okay, Papa, or whatever the fuck Spanish fucking bullshit that they were saying to him. It's okay, Papa. God is gonna find a way to make sure everything works with you and that girl. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, dog, the only thing that should matter to you is you and your fucking kid. Fuck that girl. If that shit doesn't work out and it looks like it's not, oh well, you are a man first and foremost. What? And they looked at me, they treated me like I was wrong. The girl put it in his head, some bullshit, and then slowly he just stopped hanging out with me. He no longer wanted to do anything with me. We didn't hang out anymore. Then one day I'm like, yo, what is going on, my dude? And he says, oh well, she doesn't. What was it? I can't wait. Mind you, grown ass man, 30 something plus years old. He sat there and said he can't be around me anymore because I don't like his girl. I'm like, yo, are you fucking serious? That was the reason. So you can't hang out with me because all of the shit that I said about that girl was fucking true. She didn't try to attempt to get in my good graces. She didn't try to do anything. She actually was fucking shitting on you And then when she found out you had money, all of a sudden she's interested in you and you don't even see what the fuck is happening. Anyway, that's the video. Catch you guys next time. Peace.